Welcome back to our class. Today's class will be looking at the themes in the poem, The Grieved Lands. Initially, we have done the summary and the figurative expressions in the poem, The Grieved Lands by Agostino Neto. We saw the poem talking about the sufferings of the Africans under their colonial masters, as well as hope that Africa will one day be great again. So we're going to be looking at the themes. In the course of this lesson, we're going to be identifying the themes in the poem. So the first theme we're going to be looking at would be the theme of grief. The theme of grief. Right from the title of the poem, we feel the poet's interest in the suffering and pain that the continent has had to go through for so long. Africa has been suffering under the hands of the whites, and we are grieving. We are still grieving because we lost a lot of family, we lost loved ones, we lost neighbors, we lost our fellow brothers. Because irrespective of the blood, irrespective of blood relations, we are still connected to these people in a way. It was through their sacrifice that we became better. We are grieving for the people that were thrown through the ships in the Atlantic Ocean, people that sacrificed their life just for Africa to be what it is today. The cause of the tears and woes of the grieving land are not far-fetched. The Europeans came with the aim of giving us a better life, but they took from us and did not give us anything in return. One is the dehumanizing trade in human cargo from Africa across the Atlantic Ocean to the faraway lands of the Africans. They took our people to work in their plantations, to become slaves in their own continent. They took our resources to better their own continents and their countries, leaving us with nothing and leaving us underdeveloped. Another theme that we're going to be finding in this lovely poem is the theme of hope. The theme of hope. It is the belief in Africa's resilience in spite of daunting challenges that excites the poem. Despite everything that has happened, Africans have this hope that everything will be better. Everything will surely be better. In the closing stages of the poem, he celebrates the ability of Africa to bounce back after years of oppression and underdevelopment. Despite everything, you notice that so many African countries regained independence. They got their independence from their colonial masters. That is their resilient attitude, the resilient attitude of Africans to bounce back despite everything that has happened to them. We will also look at other themes. Another theme we're going to be seeing in this lovely poem is the theme of unfulfilled dreams. With many Africans uprooted from their homes and people to far away strange lands, there is a little chance for them to realize their cherished dreams. Some of them had dreams of becoming better farmers, great hunters during that time, good scholars. They wanted to better their hometown, better their family, but uprooting them from their family, from their hometown, from their country, and taking them to a strange country, they knew that their dreams would never be actualized. Their dreams will never be actualized because their dreams have been stolen from them. The same happens to the aspirations of oppressed people all around the world. We see slaves that are oppressed. Will they ever actualize their dreams? We see families that have slaves. They don't take care of them. They maltreat them. Do you think they will ever have that dream of becoming great someday? Do you think they will ever actualize it? No. That's what happens when dreams are unfulfilled. Without freedom, the human spirit is like a caged bird. It cannot fly and soar despite its potential to do so. Africa had a lot of resources. Africa had the potential to become one of the greatest continents. But because we were exploited, because we were oppressed, we remain between the middle line of the developed and underdeveloped. We are still trying to even struggle to move past the middle line. So that's the theme of unfulfilled dreams. Africa as a continent is an unfulfilled dream. We see so many countries struggling to actualize the dream of being a better country, to find a better and safe ground for their citizens. But they're still finding it hard to do because that oppression is still taking its toll on them. So these are the themes in the poem Agostino Neto's The Grieved Lands. We have the theme of grief, we have the theme of hope, and the theme of unfulfilled dreams. Now, let us look at the style. How did Agostino Neto structure his poem? We're going to be looking at that. So, Agostino Neto's structure of the poem. The Grieved Land is a poem of 42 lines with 7 uneven stanzas. It is a free verse. The first three stanzas talk about the degradation of Africa by slavery, imperialism, colonialism, and westernization. The poet also uses the stanzas to decry the effects of Western influence on Africa. Evaluation. Discuss the theme of injustice and oppression in the grieved lands of Africa. Discuss the theme of injustice and oppression in the grieved lands of Africa. So we've come to the end of our lovely class on the themes of Augustine Donator's The Grieved Lands. Join me in our next class and we'll be analyzing another interesting poem. Until then, it's bye for now.